Humanity is cut from the same cloth as the iconic puzzle game Lemmings, but stapled onto this cloth is its own bells and whistles. Just like all the best puzzle games, solving a puzzle made me feel like a genius, and getting stuck on one made me hate the game's developer. But above all else, Humanity ticks that snackable type of puzzle gaming that I've sorely missed. I love games that just chuck you right into the thick of it. Humanity begins with a fade in and the dialogue, "I awoke one morning to find I was a dog." Fantastic. That's more than enough story for a puzzle game for me. Humanity is broken up into discrete stages, and your job as this glowing spirit dog is to guide humans towards a tile that contains a pillar of light. These humans will all just bumble along following a set path unless given explicit directives. You know, just like real life. As the dog, you're able to give a range of commands which you place on tiles that direct the ambling throng of humans towards your objective. You start with fairly basic commands such as turn, which turns the humans in any of the 4 directions you choose. As you progress through the stages, you unlock more powers such as jump, which forces any humans walking through it to jump up or over something, or the ability to dive into your humans and zip through them quickly. While the goal of each stage is to guide your humans safely to the light, along the way you run into these golden statues called Goldies, which with perfect mob mentality will automatically join the march of your pulsating swarm of faceless drones. Now, at first, I thought these Goldies were just a bonus type of objective thing, like the strawberries in Celeste, that made the stages more complicated to complete, but are completely optional. Turns out the Goldies are vital for unlocking new abilities and progressing through the game. There's also a nice variety in the terrain you have to corral your humanoid herd through. You got stripy walls that humans can climb, blocks of water to swim through, and treadmill panels, just to name a few. Any of these at one time is fine, but when they hit you with the combo, that's when things start to get real tricky. And speaking of tricky, Humanity definitely offers a challenge. It starts out fairly simple at the beginning of the game, direct a group of humans from one place into a beam of light. Easy. Then, before you know it, you're herding 4 simultaneous streams of marching humans over propeller tiles that blow them up and over, while at the same time navigating them through treadmill tiles, but also keeping an eye on a bunch of humans you've got swirling in an endless loop on top of a movable block that's engaged in a tug-of-war push and pull battle between 2 other streams of humans that you forgot about. Also, your Goldie just fell off the map and died. Son of a... A huge draw for puzzle games for me is the satisfaction you feel when solving a puzzle, and Humanity has that in droves. Seeing swarms of little moving bodies undulate and pour into a prism of light that explodes with particle effects is immensely pleasing. Thing is, Humanity isn't one of those puzzle games you can binge. This probably says more about my lack of problem-solving skills than the game's design, but there are a couple puzzles that had me stumped for ages. After finally solving the harder puzzles, I wasn't thrilled to immediately play anymore. I kind of just wanted a break, or I'd hand the controller to someone else. Which brings me to one of the best parts about this game, the multiplayer aspect. Not baked in 2 or more controllers type multiplayer, but the hot potato pass the controller around and work together type of multiplayer. I played Humanity here at the ABC Gamer office, and most of the fun I had was when Dan or Amy would walk by and suggest different solutions for the puzzles. Or I'd even hand the controller over to them so I could rest my tired bloodshot eyes. And also my ears. I gotta say, I don't know what the rest of yous think about the soundtrack, but it really started to grate on me. It's a repetitive, soft electro song, but just looped over and over again. I ended up just turning it down. Overall, I enjoyed Humanity much more when I snacked on it, as opposed to treating it like a full meal. The occasions where I had time to drop in and complete a few puzzles were definitely satiating, but I would find myself getting pretty full pretty quickly. Still, I thoroughly enjoyed playing Humanity once I wrapped my head around it, and even more when I got the rest of the ABC Gamer team in on it to play. Speaking of which, play. Roll, roll, roll!